Hello there, sorry from 17 once again. This is a Balls Deep of Darksiders Genesis. I don't know anything about this game, and I've not played it before. I just want to jump in to see what it is, what it's all about, and hopefully have a good time with it. Fingers crossed I'll like it and I can cover it for a walkthrough. So let's... The game said at the beginning that it's better played on a controller. I'm going to try mouse and keyboard because I'm stupid. But we'll see how that goes. So, we've got sensitivity for things, we've got font sizes, Furry will be happy. Show tutorials, show interactions, character HUD, Wrath HUD. We customized a lot of the HUD, I like that. Arena scoring, let's see what the graphics will let us do. VSync can come off. What's with the box on the arrow there? It's weird. Res seems fine. Anti-aliasing, texture, post-processing, shadows, FX quality. I think that's all we're getting, boys and girls. Nothing more than that. And we've got some volumes, some cinematic subtitles, some gameplay subtitles, we've got controls. WASD to move, spacebar to jump, F to interact. Why do they do that? I'll never understand why they want F to be interact when F is attack. Swap character V, show abilities left alt. Summon, dismount horse, H, Jesus Christ. Aim with left control, use gear is going to be probably changed to Q with the look of that. Health potions, wrath potions, all kinds of stuff. Drop down is C. Mouse buttons, primary melee, middle mouse, secondary melee is Q. How unusual. It won't let me... Oh, maybe it will. Left shift is dash. And then I can change the gear. I don't remember which one I wanted to change. I've already forgot. Never mind. When the developers are right about how you should play the game, you know you should have listened, right? We got language options, which is cool. And then let's click onto this, shall we? Right, we'll start offline. Okay, let's jump into this. The classic symbol there. Saw that symbol quite a lot in Darksiders 2. Move the mouse just in case it bugs you. The war for Eden has ended. The Nephilim, unnatural spawn of angel and demon, sought to claim the paradise for themselves, but were ultimately slaughtered by 4 of their own kind. La Horsemen. Chosen to stand against their brother and sister by the council, the horsemen were granted great power to preserve the balance. Now, Eden is a tomb and the fledgling humans have been relocated to begin a peaceful existence elsewhere. The horsemen have returned to the council to await their next mission. I wonder how much the Joe Madureira guy, or however you say his name, had to do with this. Because he was the dude that kind of created it, wasn't he? He's the guy in charge of the art and a lot of the conceptual stuff.
Do not mourn. Do not doubt.
What?
Your actions
Do not stutter.
in Eden were tragic, but necessary. Eden was intended for humanity, not the Nephilim. It was a great victory for the balance.
I don't remember if the
For
Chart
you,
Council have the same
horseman.
voices as they used to. I do like the artwork.
Where are death and fury?
That's definitely
It
war.
matters not. Your purpose
Liam
lies
O'Brien.
elsewhere. Lucifer, Lord of all hells, yet plots humanity's downfall. Weak though they may seem, these fledgling creatures are integral to the balance. We believe the demon Samael, Lord of Blackstone Keep, conspires with Lucifer.
Good old Samael, everybody's favourite.
Seek out Samael. Unravel this plot. Serve the balance. Show them the price of defying the Council.
There was a part of me that was really hoping that Strife's game was going to be a third-person shooter.
Samael's fortress.
Oh, whoa, that artwork looks fantastic. Okay. We've got voiced dialogue.
The Council could have mentioned that.
There's Strife, the guy we're going to be playing as. Guy looks awesome.
His enemies are many, but few could muster the forces.
Well, guess it's not going to be an in-and-out conversation then.
Not likely.
One thing's for sure. We are...
Okay, gameplay time, ladies and gentlemen. So... it really is like a twin-stick shooter looking Diablo-esque game. How interesting. This horse has stamina down at the bottom. We've got slashers on one button. We've got the shooting on the other button. I wonder if that's going to afford you to do some interesting things. Probably not. And you can actually get off your horse too. Which is... that's how you aim, even though you can kind of already do that. I guess if you don't want to move, you can aim. His bullets seem infinite. Ooh, interesting, he's got a grabber. Some kind of dashing move. How unusual. It's definitely different. We've got different ammos and we can apparently just randomly swap to war. For some reason. Did they not have faith in Strife? What the hell? Oh, that's a weird button for blocking. I'm probably going to have to change that. He has to aim his. How interesting. Very unusual. Horse comes out of the ground. Classic Darksiders. I don't know, man. It's exactly what it is, isn't it?
Looks
How
like
weird.
The battle's been going on for a while.
I wonder how long this game
All
is.
still hold. Samael's forces will be drawn there, weakening his defenses elsewhere.
Wait. Are you suggesting we sneak in? Good call. But that doesn't sound like you.
That was unusual.
Strategic.
What does this do? Split screen co-op. Cool.
Right.
Can I break this shit? I can't. Can you jump and dodge? You can't. That's unfortunate. His movement speed is slower than I thought it would be. I wonder if they want you to use the horse tactically for evasive purposes, because if so, that's going to be an interesting thing to get used to. Not even on the tutorial yet, though. Hopefully it'll contextualize some stuff, give us an idea of how this all works. I kind of don't want to play as War. I don't know if you feel the same, because for me, I've played as War. I want to be the new... oh, well, that guy's shooting shit at me. What does E mean? Oh, some kind of... wow. Did he just hit me while that was happening? What a beast. Got some kind of super sexy mode. I don't really know what it means. Well, it's certainly something. It's completely inoffensive at the moment, isn't it? The most recent Darksiders, that was a game that was very controversial for a lot of people. I liked it, but it had a lot of problems. Oh wow, it just wrecks my horse, you get. That's so unusual. I don't know how to feel, man. What are the boss fights are going to be like? I suppose the boss fights could be really interesting. I'm not entirely certain what that bottom bar is all about. Are they bad guys? Oh, you don't have to tap the button, you can hold the button. Good to know. The dodge feels a little restrictive and high on recovery. It doesn't seem like something you're going to use for traversal purposes. It seems like something you're going to use purely just for the dodging and the well-timed nature of a dodge too. Here are bad things, but I can't see bad things. Oh, there you go. Do you think there's a benefit to using the E prompt? Mysterious object dropped from a fallen enemy. It's pulsing with energy. I wonder if you get more juice and more rewards if you execute them when they're low life like that. That'd be a mechanic I'd be all about. Because you seem to get a nice reward, but that might just be for killing them. These are the questions. Ow. Is there a sprint, I wonder? There's a temptation here as well, too. Yeah, if you look, I'm not getting the same rewards. Wow, the game nearly crashed then. What is this? Oh, you have to be on a summon, but I thought you could just get the horse at any moment. Maybe I was wrong. There's a dude up there, but the camera's been a cunt. Oh, can you do... No? Does he want me to just jump up it? Oh, hang on. He has a double jump and I didn't realise. And a glide. Cool. Some nice throwbacks there. Can you just double jump to that? There you go. That was dumb of me. I was trying to get this. Yeah, that's definitely the way you want to do it. Dwindle them down and then finish them with E. I don't know what I'm getting, but you know, it seems like the way. You think I've got to shoot this thing? Oh, do you think? Oh, I know what it is. It's an air current, isn't it, from the old games? And it's even telling me on the screen now. It's what the wings do. That's a cool throwback as well. That's interesting. Map for this area, just like what you did in the dungeons in the old ones. Interesting. Times when the E prompt is a little, I don't know, I don't want to say spotty, but you know, it's probably just me and my complete inexperience with what I'm doing. It seems like a consistent way of getting HP back too, which is useful to know. What if there's a sprint? Because the evade is a little slow. Get wrecked. One and V. V switches character. One leaves some kind of aggro pulling clone. Ooh, a chest. Oh, that looked sick. I like that. Can I like grab it with a hand? Their potions even make the same noise. Well, luckily won't be using those hopefully when we play. Take our lumps and maybe learn from them. Is there any kind of like camera perspective stuff and cheeky secrets? No. No, there's not. Always worth trying. Didn't lose too much HP for the discovery either. Not gonna lie, guys, I kind of wish it was just third person. Third person, like Remnant, I would be really happy with that. But this is unique. I feel like this is going to pull in people who might not necessarily have looked at this genre before, or this, I say genre, this series. I feel like there's a lot of people who aren't fans of Darksiders that are seeing this and thinking, this could be really cool. It's just giving me, like, Baldur's Gate flashbacks and what have you. Horses cannot be summoned or ridden through horse wards. No horses in here, guys. Oh, there you go, the classic dude. Remember him? You know what I want to try? Ow. Is there like a just frame on this? Holding the fucking mouse button is the most cancerous thing ever, dude. Who wants to do that? I don't get it. No. There might be, but I can't do it. So... break the boxes, dog. It's just a bit vexing, isn't it? What a strange shift. I'm really curious to see a boss now. Right. Hold right trigger to charge up and release a wave of energy cutting through the ground, and any enemies in the path higher charge levels will travel farther and deal increased damage. Has a chance on the Chaos Eater to deal damage and knock enemies down. So is this for war? Okay. Hold tab. Right. More of these guys.
Alright, some action already.
A simple warm-up.
A simple warm-up, he says. Oops. Yeah, see, like that just then. The evade is... You've got to be very meticulous with it. It's an interesting choice. I wonder what the hardest difficulty is like. I would imagine it's just you die very quickly.
Which side of these demons on, anyhow?
How should we know? They're all up the same.
Seems like you get iframes for that, which is good.
Sorry, that was insensitive.
Just a little tricky to keep up with at the moment. I'm not used to monitoring so many things. But it's fun. It's fun and it seems well made so far. Hey, you did the little wall scamper. It said C to drop, didn't it? Bet your ass it did. There we go. Running up walls. Classic Darksiders moment. Press R to consume potions. I'm okay, thanks. That move's got some knockback properties on it as well. I'm not entirely certain what this powered up mode is, but I'm assuming it's for later on when you've got some sick shit. So you can do some high level stuff. Audio sounds great, visuals look nice. I've heard this doesn't come out on console till February, which I think is ridiculous. Why do you guys have to wait so long for something so simple? Doesn't make a lot of sense, that, to me. I'm sure there's a reason, but as I mentioned earlier on, guys, I didn't look into this game too much because as soon as I heard that it was like this, I kind of lost interest. And I'm playing it now, and it's definitely solid, but I would have liked it more if it wasn't like this. But I suppose, how many times do you see a game like this? Like, I remember when these games used to be on the PS1 all the time. Stuff like Loaded, remember that classic? You can go all the way back to stuff like Smash TV, if you want to go further. Just classic shooters like this. Obviously this has come a long way and it's doing a lot of things that those games maybe didn't do, but It's all the same kind of spirit, isn't it? The same kind of essence. So many moves I've... Oh, nearly died then reading the bottom bit. It's something I need to start using a bit more. Is this the boss? Here we go. Mini-boss? Dog things. Ooh, bullet hell! Nice! That's exactly the type of stuff I wanted to see. I wonder if there's iframes in that. There probably is. This is exactly what I wanted to see in this game. It's winning me over with that immediately. Oh! You gotta be careful coming out of that animation. I was trying to mash to dodge to the side and I ended up dodging to the wrong direction and getting pooed on. Good to know. Oh, terrible. No, I can't. I was just about to say I could probably play this with my stick. And I think you probably can, right? Because if you map the direction of your gunshots to the buttons, you can do it like super old school. Never mind. But yeah, judging from this, I get what the developers were meaning. From a fundamental level, the mouse and keyboard is not really benefiting me here that much, as it would in some other genres and other features. So, controller seems like definitely the way to go, but I'm glad I did it just to give me the different perspective. Because you never know, you know? Could have been the way, but I don't think it is. Right, attack the gate. Can I shoot it? I can. Give me that.
Nor do I.
So we got little bits of dialogue in between. It probably wants you to jump on the horse a lot. Oh my god. That's not what I thought that was going to do. Lol.
Hey, I know what I signed up for. I'm just saying.
I wonder what the upgrade tree is going to be like in this game.
I guarantee whoever's attacking Sammy is underestimated. We won't.
Interesting. You can use that wing clip to dash into him with that melee attack, and then you can cancel it into the ghost grab to execute. So when you get them low life and you want to cover distance, doing that is a good way of covering distance because you can cancel it immediately into the execution. That's the kind of stuff you're going to learn just naturally by playing. But it's good to know. That was weird. Obviously, if they're too low life, you won't be able to do it because they'll die before you get chance. And the prompt has to be there too, which is one of the weaknesses of using the mouse, I think. Because if my mouse is over here, the prompt is probably going to be a bit spotty. I have to be close to them, which makes sense. Got another mysterious object here that pulses with energy. I wonder if these are going to be passives that we're going to get later and equip them when we meet Vulgrim or something. And another one. Have you noticed how they're unique to the enemy that drops them? It's got to be some kind of support system that's probably going to get introduced momentarily. Oh wow, I didn't even see that was a guy. I pressed the wrong button. Classic. Getting a lot of the purple stuff. I wonder if it's currency or... These guys can just get executed willy-nilly. Break the siege. Defeat the besieging Samael's fortress. The demons. Is that what we did, boys? No idea, guys. I'm just kind of flabbergasted. I knew it was like this, but there's a difference between knowing something and feeling it and seeing it and experiencing it yourself. It's weird that I can do this during cutscenes with the reticle. It looks like an XCOM game, doesn't it, from that perspective? That's interesting. I have to be careful of that.
I love it.
So, if you're holding a direction to move when you go into some of these animations, it doesn't buffer when you come out of it. So it will not be kept, and it will not enable you to just go into what you're doing. So for instance, if you go into an execution when you're strafing to the right, when you come out of the animation, you might just be stood there because you're still holding right, but it's not moving you anymore. That can happen sometimes in video games. It's just the way that they take the inputs. Is it all going to fly into me? Oh, that's not as satisfying as I thought that would look. It's the right idea, though. That's your currency, isn't it? Those souls. Is that a gun juice thing? Am I going to find myself here? I thought he'd like jump on it like Kratos did. Remember in God of War 2? Maybe not. Huh. Do you think I need to use the other geezer? That makes sense. They want you to change then between the two people. It seems like that's a priority. Which makes sense, I guess. Not my favourite thing, but it adds diversity. So you can understand why they've done it that way. Is that all I was doing? 2019, the year of no waypoints. Gotta discover that shit for yourself, dog. Video games, remember those? Can I glide over there? Probably not. Let's try it. Nope. I think that's where I came from. Can we go back this way? Yeah, how do you guys feel about when games don't give you waypoints? When it's ambiguous on where you're supposed to go? Because on certain games, I think it can really suit it and be really enjoyable, but then there's certain moments where you're just like, you could at least give me a fucking clue, so I could save the moment of confusion and feeling like I'm playing your game wrong. The gun is being weird right now, and I don't know why. It's like it's not hitting them. That was unusual. I wonder if it's because the incline or the decline is affecting the way that it works. You mind, sir? There we go. Oh my god, he shoots in mid-air. I didn't realise. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, the geometry is having issues here too. Got to be careful on some of the level changes or you're going to get caught. That's what uses the yellow ability then, using the decoy. So far I haven't really needed the decoy, but I imagine when it gets a bit more intense it's going to be very handy, that one. Hey, something to pick up. Is that a Vulgrim token? A boatsman's coin. I wonder if we're going to meet Sharon or Charon or however you say that name.
Fight on! You are one, but we are many.
We are many. I help anytime. Platforming doesn't feel too bad, which is good. I had my problems with Darksiders 2's platforming. There were times when it just didn't feel like it worked. Oh, here we go. This guy looks a bit more unique. Is he going to throw some shit at me? Looks like it. Do you want to try the weird thing? Is he already dead? What the fuck? I should see what the execution is on him. Very similar to all the other ones. Well, this is not a problem. They're very proud of that animation, so I use it. I wonder if there's a way to min-max your score. More games need score systems, dude. They're so fun. They keep you playing way longer than you normally would, too. Hey. Keep forgetting to move my mouse. Whoa! I wonder if jumping's a good idea. Seems like it's okay. At the beginning it didn't seem to give me an option for difficulty. I wonder if you have to unlock the hardest one. It'd be really nice if the hardest difficulty was actually something interesting and cool and nuanced and well designed, but it's probably just arbitrary metrics getting increased. I also wouldn't mind if this game was short but randomly instanced, so the whole point of replayability was replaying it quite a lot, but so far for a tutorial this has been actually quite lengthy, which I don't know if that speaks volumes on what the full game will be like, but I guess we'll find out. There we go, charge shot. Attack power is permanently increased for each type of ammo. Here we go. When hot streak is active, charge shots fired are instantly fully charged. I like the idea of charge shots. That's a piece of complexity I was looking forward to. I might have to change my ammo though to use it. Yeah, you do. Interesting. That's cool. Problem with it though, you can't use the grab while you're charging it. Can you jump? So you can jump. You can't dodge when you're charging it too. So it's been balanced around a very specific way of using it, which is unfortunate because I like doing multiple things while charging. I'm a big fan of that kind of mechanic, and it seems like they're doing an intentional job of making it difficult to do that. It's very strong though. It's definitely the one you go to kick some ass. Oops, wrong button. But we'll stick with that. Little secret on the side. What is this? Nada. More boatsman coins. I like the breakables. I can't help but feel like, I know it's very... Oh, interesting. Each mouse does a different thing now. Okay, I didn't realise. You don't have to change the ammo types at all. It's just the... Can you be shooting this and then charge this? Can you charge... What the hell's going on there? Oh, I'm just tapping it. Can you charge that and shoot the other one? You can't. What's the fucking point in him having two guns if you can't do two things at once? Maybe you get that later. Who knows? I feel like the second gun has to recharge, or yeah, I might have to pick it up. Huh. I'm probably triggering a lot of people by not using the horse, but I hate the horse, it must be said, guys. It really fucked me off in the old games. Yeah, there's some geometry problems on these tilts. You think me how much you do that on these standard enemies, they'd have made more than one animation. I guess that's just me, maybe. Maybe it comes with time. This is only a first impressions, guys. This is only the beginning of the game, and as I was going to say, it might be thematically correct and fit with the story and everything, but I'm not a big fan of when games start off with an environment that's like dogshit brown.
Samael certainly knows how to make
Like, first impressions are so huge in video games, especially nowadays when there's so many of them vying for your time. It's a really good idea to start the beginning of your game with a bang, with something visually interesting, something visually exciting that goes, oh, I want to see more of this. Whereas, like, piss yellow slab that you run across for ages with the burnt sienna highlights is not exactly one that springs to mind as being all that memorable, you know? Completely thematically correct and fits in with the genre and the franchise. But I always think, like, you know, pissy yellow sulfur land, or, you know, something interesting, something that makes me want to think about what I'm doing a little bit. Like, think of the beginning of Darksiders 1, you know, when you were in the real world and you were throwing cars and shit and there was huge monsters attacking you and it's like, oh my goodness, what is going on? This is crazy. And think of Darksiders 2 on that snowy mountain. You know, crazy mountain taking on huge titans and wondering what the hell's going on, and all the new tech and all the new things. And then Darksiders 3 fucked that up completely because you were in crappy brown town the whole time taking on like the most underwhelming first boss in the history of video games. Maybe it's just these devs. Maybe they want to save the cool shit for 6 hours into the game. Can't be spoiling it too soon. We don't have that much of it. What do you think we are? Don't get this shit for free. Shit costs money, dog.
That's all?
Guy's hiding for some reason. It's kind of same with objectives though, isn't it, in video games? Modern video games, and the objectives in most of them is still go to this thing and do this thing, and we haven't really come up with cool ways to disguise that as much as we once did. Now most of the ways are so obvious. I'm really looking forward to playing a game where I pick up a key and open a door, but it doesn't seem like I'm picking up a key and opening a door, and I kind of go, Jesus Christ, that's cool. Those are the moments I'm waiting for, that I'm probably never gonna get. One can hope though, you know? There's another one of those moments where I'm not entirely certain where I'm supposed to be going. It's damn sure not this way. So I broke the cannon. Is there a map? There is. Oh wow. So where am I? Is that me? There's a purple thing there. And is that the boss? Some kind of red thing over there. Honestly, I'm not certain where I am. Interesting. It's cool that it's got a map. I wouldn't have expected that. There seems to be a decent amount of variety of stuff to do when you know what you're doing. That's cool. That's how I got up, isn't it? I got up from the flyy thing. You know what I mean, though? Is it really so difficult to put a fucking waypoint in? So I don't have to run around like a twat on the tutorial level? These are the first world problems that we've got to complain about. Ah, look, there's that key there. So if I put the map up again, I must be here, right? This is where I must be. So this must be... Is that me, the little horse face thing? This feels like it's not where I am, but... Oh, God. Ah! Can I skip that? I don't want to do that. No. Does it make me want to do the walk? Come on, game. Nobody wants to do this stupid walking shit. Did you not play God of War? Ah! There you go. Got it. 9th time's the charm. The charm, sorry. It's a random guy here. What are you doing here?
Hardly worth the ammo.
Defeat the flamers striking their... What? Flea mag? All these words. I don't know these words. Who do you think I am? Got a dictionary, man? There we go. This must be the only thing then. There's a bunch of ticks everywhere. I've ticked off a bunch of stuff. I must have to tick off this. Tick off this and maybe it'll do the next bit. Yeah, I was hoping that this first level was going to be short and snappy and kind of a great introduction. Because that's how I would have done it. And that's what I look for. But this seems to be more, get into the game, this is exactly what you're going to be doing now, and hopefully you'll have a good time. See whether or not you like it. A nice sample of everything that's in it. You need to be careful with the jump. If you shoot when you jump, it completely kills all momentum. So it's kind of dangerous. Yeah, that charge gun is so good. That's kind of stupidly good. I love that. I love having that kind of power in my pocket. That's cool. That was unusual. It wouldn't let me execute him even though his threshold of HP was as low as it needed to be. I wonder if you can't do it if they're in an animation. Can you imagine if it had Yakuza garbage in it? That'd be funny. Because nobody likes that in Yakuza. It's just like, do you want to miss a free heat action and accidentally do a move you didn't want that puts you in recovery and gets you killed? Well, there you go. Classic Yakuza. Way to go down there? Can go down there. I want to go over here. He did a different move, did you see that? He kicked him off. That's cool. A variation, finally. Does that explode? Looks like it does. I wonder if this is what they always expected this game to be. Do you think this is the vision for this one? Do you think it's just how it ended up? Wow, that sucked.
Almost had.
There we go, mysterious objects. Crazy obelisk. Oh, it's more split screen stuff, isn't it? Is this where I started? I hope I haven't come back. No, I'm definitely up here. Which, I feel like that's where it wants me to go, right? There's this pyramid shit behind me that seems important. Do the pyramid shit, figure it out. Right, here we go, over here. See what we've got. Other than more opportunities for me to get lost, because I'm a fan of waypoints now. I've got to that point where, like, before we had waypoints, we explored, and we spent a lot of time learning the environment, and there's definitely an allure and a charm to that. But now when we've got to the point where most games kind of tell you, go this way, go over there, it does alleviate a lot of this. I suppose it all depends on the game, doesn't it? That was one of the things that really bugged me about that Star Wars game that came out recently. It was a game that wanted you to explore, but then when you explored, all you found was weird shit you didn't need. Which to me, the whole point in exploring is the appeal of finding something awesome. And unless you're a hardcore aficionado of every single part of a lightsaber, you just weren't finding anything useful. And I can't stand that. It just feels like such a waste. It just says cross the outer wall into Blackstone Keep. Fuck knows what that means and how I do that. Maybe I have to jump from that point. Did that say conversation up there? The horse picture is apparently a conversation. And there's an alternative route into Blackstone Keep for people who really want to get into this game. Which, I suppose that's something.
Here, way up onto the outer
Oh,
wall.
maybe this is it. Wow, that was convenient.
Ever consider wearing some lighter gear?
we go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Why is he jumping off the wall, you dickhead? I'd like to say that that wasn't my fault, but it almost certainly was. I'm just not sure why. Like, I don't feel like I pressed spacebar. He was just going for it. He's the best. Here we go. Some baddies here. Oh. What? That was weird. I wonder how difficult it would be to do this game without upgrading your HP. Do a basic... Ooh, I like the destruction. That was sick. Second time we've done that. Feels nice. I wonder why it's so delayed on console, though, you know? It's such a simple game. And there's no simple games in 2019, let's be fair to the developers. Everything takes, you know, a lot of money. A lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of passion, a lot of effort. But in the grand scheme of things, it ain't fucking, you know... It ain't Red Dead Redemption 2. Horse Testicle Simulator 2019. Is it boss? For the who? I'm out of bullets. This guy seems pretty important. Hit him with this. Ah! There's a limit on the how many times you can dodge. That's kind of cool. Oh, he's got like spinning swords and stuff. This guy's a beast. He's getting fucked though. I was trying to execute him, but I don't know what his life threshold is. So I span into him then and got bummed for no reason. Note to self: don't bother. There we go. Come on, boys, line up. There you go. Some of this foreground stuff should become transparent so you can see, but it ain't. Instead, it's doing the portrait-y thing, which is useful, but not as good as it needed to be there, in my opinion. Yeah, there's some kind of side mission of killing those mage men. Right, here we go. Does that say fog door? I don't like it when people use those terms. It means bad things. Like questionable checkpoints. Horrible pandering. I don't want any of those in my video games, thank you very much. What if there's a way to keep that mode just constantly procced? I'm gonna fall off the edge on this, aren't I? Dude, this horse got some serious forward momentum, just like it does in the games. Here we go, this is more like it. This is what I wanted to see. I'm drinking my drink just then, so this is gonna end badly. What exactly are we doing? That's the question. Interesting, that's cool. Have to shoot his arms or something? Oh wow. He's got that. I hate that. Oh, okay. Do you know the perfect bullshit that games do sometimes? Where it's like, he just happens to make those missiles appear directly where you are. It's random. Oh, oops. It's random, and then it's not random. Oh my goodness. I'm stuck, and I don't know what's going on. Weird. I do like that there's a lot of bullet hell elements, though, in this. That's my favourite part so far, because I'm a big fan of bullet hell. Always have been, always will be. Oh my god, I'm falling off the edge of the world somehow. Cutscene? Cutscene, save me. Don't save me. How can you fucking fall off in a boss fight? How retarded is that? Oh, I'm not a fan of that. But that was cool. They've got big bosses. That's exactly what I wanted to show. Show some diversity, show some... I would have preferred the perspective to be better. Like, for instance, a game like E7 does perspective on bosses like that a million times better than this game does. I don't know why I can see 90% of the foreground and barely anything in the background. Just seems weird to me, that. But you'll get used to it the more you play. If you play, because I think this is going to be really controversial, this, to some people, because this is not what people want when it comes to Darksiders, I don't think. It's not what I want, and I've played both of those games. Well, I played all three of those games and enjoyed them for different reasons. But I think I'm going to call it there, guys. There's not been any like cutscenes or any logical places to stop, but we just did a big boss. That is Darksiders 3 on PC, out right now. It's coming out on consoles a little bit later, and I can't really justify as to why. It's a really interesting thing they've done, and there's a market for this out there. Maybe it'll be you, so pick it up. Thank you for watching, and you take care now.